Hey everyone, how's it going? So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks for your Galaxy S22 Ultra to make it more personalized and to keep it performing nice and good for many years to come. Your time is valuable, so I will have timestamps down below for you guys to skip around and see the parts that you want to see the most. Now the first thing I do whenever I get any Android phone is increase the speed of the animations to literally speed the phone up right before your eyes. Here's how to do it. So to do this, you want to go ahead and go into your settings. You want to scroll all the way down until you see About Phone. Then you want to click on Software Information, and then you want to tap the build number fast 7 times until you are prompted to put in a password. That password will be your screen lock. Then you want to go back twice, and then you will see this new menu right here. You want to go ahead and click on it, scroll all the way down until you see Window Animation Scale, Transition Animation Scale, and Animator Duration Scale. By default, these will be set at 1. To make your phone feel a little bit faster, you want to set them to 0.5. As a quick example, let me go ahead and set them to 1.5 for example. And now let's go ahead and open any random app. So as you guys saw, that little animation of the app opening, it takes a little bit time. But now let's go back here and we're gonna go ahead and put it to 0.5. And now let's go ahead and open up that same app. And as you guys saw, it is definitely much more speedy and fast, which I guess is the same thing. But anyway, moving on. A fantastic feature on this phone among other phones is lift to wake. So whenever the phone is laying flat on the table, all you gotta do is pick it up and the screen will automatically light up for you so you don't have to tap anything. Now to enable lift to wake, all you gotta do is again go into settings, and in the search box you just wanna type in lift. Once you do that, you will see this right here. You wanna go ahead and make sure that is enabled. Now since you're already here, you might as well just go ahead and click on this prompt over here and make sure all of these are turned on. Honestly, they are all really good, especially this one right here, which keeps the screen on as you're looking at the phone. So for example, if you're looking at a photo or you're reading a very long text message from your girlfriend and she's very mad at you for going out and she's writing you like an entire novel on why you're wrong and she's right, your phone screen is gonna start to dim after about 30 seconds if you don't have this toggle enabled. When you enable it, the camera will look at your face and it'll see that you're looking at the phone and it'll prevent the phone screen from dimming. Another good one that I prefer is palm swipe to capture. So anytime you're looking at something, instead of clicking the volume, the volume down and the power button to take a screenshot, all you gotta do is use the palm of your hand. Well, if you do it right the first time, and it'll take a screenshot right there. Whenever you first turn on your Galaxy S22 Ultra and other S22 models and other Android phones, is that you'll see these 3 buttons down below. Everyone knows what this is. Those are your navigation buttons. But you can also navigate your phone using the swipe method as basically any iPhone today. So to get rid of the navigation bar for a more traditional swipe, you want to go into settings, click here, and then you want to look up navigation. If I can spell it right. You'll see navigation bar. You want to go ahead and click on it. And then all you gotta do is just go and click on swipe gestures, and now the 3 buttons have disappeared, and now you have what it seems to be the same, basically the same layout as the iPhone. Now here you can actually go a step further and go ahead and disable this little gray bar down here, because if you've already gotten used to it, there's no reason to have it be on the screen all the time. So you can actually turn off the gesture hint, and then that little bar will go away, and now you're basically stuck with an entire full screen experience, and that's what I like. Now I'm sure you guys have noticed this already, but this is a pretty large phone, and stretching your thumb all the way to the top of the phone to bring down the notification panel might be a thumb breaking experience, and here's how to make that experience just a little bit better. So what you want to do is press and hold on any blank spot on your home screen until you get to this menu. You want to go ahead and click on settings. And then you want to scroll down until you see swipe down for notification panel. Go ahead and turn this on. And now anytime you swipe down, it'll go straight into the notification panel, so you don't have to stretch your thumb all the way up here to do the same thing. If you ever find yourself needing to move a bunch of apps to a different page and you don't want to do it one by one, well, here's how to do it in bulk. So all you got to do is click and hold on any app that you want to move. Then you click on select, and now you can select multiple apps. So instead of moving them one by one, you can do it in bulk. And here you can actually create a folder as well. Fun little tip. Now, click and hold, move on to the next page, let go, and those apps will continue to be in that same order. The S22 Ultra can increase its brightness when viewing videos and movies across different applications, especially for HDR content. In the settings, you want to go ahead and click on search, and then you want to type in video brightness. You should just be able to type in video, and then it'll be the first option here. You want to go ahead and enable it to bright. You can see the little before and after of what it'll look like. And here you'll see all the apps that you have installed that support it. Now, these are not all the apps that support it. Again, let me rephrase. I just want this to be clear. These are all the apps that you have installed already that support this. So if I download, for example, Hulu, I don't have Hulu on this phone, but if I did have Hulu, you will see Hulu right here as well. So just so you guys know. The clock on the lock screen can also be customized with different color options and even the way it looks, and this is how you do it. So in the settings, you want to go ahead and click on search again and go ahead and type in clock style or just clock. You'll see it right here under lock screen. You want to go ahead and tap on it. And here you can have different kind of layouts of where your clock and date will be. If you want it to be on the left-hand side, you can do that. If you want it to be centered and have the hour up here and the minute down here and then the time or the date down here, you can do that. You can do a more traditional kind of clock style and different options right here. I like to keep mine right there. And here's where you can change the actual color of the clock itself. And if you want, I mean, you can really go into detail. I mean, this is very, very customizable. You guys can probably spend an hour doing whatever you want with the clock and have it to your own personal liking. That's what I love about Android. It's all about customizations. Changing the brightness on the Galaxy devices might be kind of annoying because you have to swipe down twice to get to the actual brightness slider. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it with just one swipe down. So all you got to do is just go ahead and swipe down again. Then you'll see these three dots right here. You want to click on it, and then you want to click on Quick Panel Layout. Once you do that, you'll see this right here, Brightness Control. You want to click on it, and then you want to click on Always Show. So now, just one swipe down will get you to your brightness selector instead of swiping down twice. Now, protecting the battery health of your Galaxy device, especially if you plan on keeping it for quite some time, is pretty important. And I'm going to show you guys how to limit the battery charge to 85% instead of 100%. So in settings, you want to scroll down until you see battery and device care. You want to go ahead and click on battery. You want to scroll down and see more battery settings. Now here, you'll see protect battery. So to extend the lifespan of your battery, limit the maximum charge to 85%. Once you do this, sure, your phone will only charge to 85%, but in the long run, it'll actually preserve the battery capacity. So by a show of likes and subscribes, how many of you have ever taken a photo of something and then you look back on that photo and see your reflection staring right back at you, and then you're terrified and you probably have nightmares? Well, don't delete the photo. Instead, do this. So in this photo right here, I took a picture of the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus when I had it, and you can see my reflection in this photo right here. It looks kind of very unprofessional. So to solve this issue, you want to click on the edit button down here, then click on the three dots, go ahead and select Object Eraser, and then you want to tap on Erase Reflections. Now, look at this reflection, okay? It's literally going to disappear. It is wild. So I'm going to click on it and wait for it. Bam. I mean, literally gone. Nothing. Now I'm going to go back. Boom. So before, after, before, after. Finding a great wallpaper might be a tedious task, especially if you're looking for a specific wallpaper. Maybe you like cars, maybe you like the outdoors, maybe you like whatever you like, maybe you like pie. Well, I'm going to show you guys how to find exactly what you're looking for. So to find the best wallpaper, what you guys want to do is go ahead and click and hold anywhere on an empty spot on the home screen. Click on Wallpaper and Style, scroll down, and then hit Explore More Wallpapers. Now, once you're here, you can actually click on the search box up here and then type in, for example, let's say you're looking for some mountains, right? And now it'll give you all the wallpapers that contain mountains. Now, some of these are free and some of these are paid for. To categorize them, you want to go ahead and select popular and then click on top free. And now you're left with all these amazing, I mean, there are probably thousands of wallpapers that have mountains apparently. So now you guys know, let's say you like cars. And now you got all these wallpapers as well. If you ever need to take a group photo, especially if your phone is set on a tripod or leaned up against a wall, very dangerous of you, here's how to do it with voice commands. So that way you don't have to set a timer and then run back to the group and make sure everyone's smiling and ready. Voice commands are the trick. So in your camera, you want to go ahead and click on settings. You want to scroll down until you see shooting methods. Once here, you want to go ahead and turn on voice commands. So anytime you say these phrases right here, it'll actually start to take a picture or record a video. So for example, cheese, and then it'll just take a picture. Now, if you're on the video tab, you can say record video. And the video will actually start to record, hands-free. So while we're in the camera app, you can also take a picture by not only saying cheese, but you can also take a picture by using the button that is actually on the S Pen itself. So all you gotta do is just click on it and it'll take a photo. The Galaxy S22 Ultra comes standard with 8GB of RAM depending on which storage option you get. Here I have the 256GB storage option, so I have 12GB of RAM. But what if I told you you can actually get more RAM? Literally. Now, to download more RAM, you want to go ahead and go into settings and scroll down until you get to battery and device care. Here you want to click on memory. And while we're here, just clean it, guys. You always kind of want to keep this clean so that way you have the most amount of RAM possible for your phone to utilize. Now, once you've cleaned your memory, you will see RAM Plus. Now, for me, it was set standard at 4GB, but you can actually set it to 8GB. Once you change these, your phone is going to restart. So now, basically, I have 8GB of extra RAM on top of the 12GB that I already have. So I potentially have 20GB of RAM that the phone can use. The always-on display has been a favorite feature amongst many Android lovers out there, and for good reason. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it just a little bit more personal. Tap and hold on an empty spot of your home screen, select wallpapers and styles, scroll all the way down, explore more wallpapers. Here you will see always on display. Then what you want to do is go ahead and click on top. And then if you want to categorize them by free, just click this right here. Now these are all the things that you can put on your always on display. So for example, I have the one that says error. So now, for example, if you see my always on display, you will see this little faint error right here. So you can actually pick and choose which one you like the best. For example, this one's pretty cool as well. Don't touch my phone. So that's the way it'll look like on the always on display. So it'll give you a little example. So you can have it set to just to show the picture, or you can have the picture, the battery percentage, as well as time and date. So then all you got to do is just click on download, and then you want to hit apply. And now you can do clock and image. So if you want it to be like this, or you can just do the image only if you want it to look like this. I personally like to see my clock and notifications and everything else, so I select clock and image. I click on done, and it says always on display applied, so let's go ahead and check it out. And that's how it looks like. Now you guys might have already noticed this, but the font on my Galaxy S22 Ultra might be a little bit different than yours. If you want to change your own text font, all you got to do is this. Go ahead and go into settings, and in the search box, you want to type in font. And then you'll see this right here. You want to go ahead and click on it. Wrong one. Click on it. And then here you'll see font style. So I have the Rosemary one. You can choose between all of these right here. It'll give you a quick little example of how it will look like. And you can also click download fonts to download your very own fonts. So maybe you like the one right here, or maybe you like this one, or any of these fonts you can download. There are tons of them. You can also categorize them by top paid, top free, and even new. Depending on your wallpaper, you can actually change the accent colors on your phone system-wide, and here's how to do it. Click and hold on an empty space on your home screen, wallpapers and style. Scroll down, you'll see color palette. Now this will pick the colors according to what your background is. So for example, my background looks like this. It's pretty much just black with a mountain here, there's some purple here. So that's why you kind of see these little purple here. There's some colors of the mountains, for example, or you can even do just the default itself. So you can pick and choose which kind of accent colors you want on your phone. And again, they do change depending on what your wallpaper is. If you select this right here, it will apply the palette to the Samsung app colors. So for example, my Samsung colors right here are kind of this purple-ish, whatever you call it. But if I select green, for example, and then apply palette to app colors, and then I hit apply, now those apps should be a little bit different. And there you go. Even the folder colors are different as well. And as well as the widgets themselves. If you're upgrading from an older phone that does not have night mode photos, this phone will completely change your perspective of nighttime photography, and it's just wow. So go ahead and go into your camera. Once you're here, you want to go ahead and scroll all the way over here until you get to more, and then you'll see night mode right here, or it's just called night. You want to click and hold, and then you want to just drag this down right next to photos. So now it is always going to be on this bar over here. You don't actually have to go into more every single time. Now, once you get into night mode, this will work with the front-facing camera, and even if you extend it, it will work as well, and it will work on the back cameras as well, up to 10 times zoom. Now, here are some quick examples of night mode on and night mode off. And guys, I'm telling you, if you've never used night mode, you are missing out on some great photos. Now earlier I showed you guys how you can increase the screen brightness on movies and videos depending on the application that you're using. Now I'm going to show you guys how to increase the brightness system wide, so whenever you go out into the sun, you'll see your screen like you've never seen before. So in the settings, you want to go ahead and scroll down until you get to display, and then you should see extra brightness right here. If you don't, that means your adaptive brightness is turned on. So go ahead and turn that off, and then select extra brightness, and you guys already saw how bright it got. I mean, it's completely blowing out. I don't think you guys can see anything on the screen right now. So let me go ahead and turn that off. Now, the crazy part is that the brightness is still only halfway. So if I turn this on and put the slider all the way up, well, it's basically like looking into the sun. So let me go ahead and put that back down to where it was so you guys can actually see the display. Now, while we're in the display settings, you also have access to screen mode. So for example, I have mine set to vivid. If you want a more natural tone, you can also select natural, and you can see a little before and after of this little photo right here. So if you select vivid, the colors basically pop more. Here you can actually control the white balance as well. So if you like a more cooler display, you can have that. Or if you want a more warmer display, you can also have that as well. I like to keep mine basically right here in the middle along with vivid. The Galaxy S22 Ultra has a 108 megapixel camera, but by default, it is actually taking 12 megapixel photos. So to get the best possible quality photo, do this. So in the camera application, you will see this aspect ratio right here, 3:4. What you want to do is go ahead and click on it, and then you want to click on 3:4, 108 megapixels. Once you do that, you will also have access to something called Detail Enhancer. So this little button right here that you see will actually even further enhance the detail on top of the already amazing 108 megapixels. Have you guys ever taken a photo of something and then you saw something in that photo that you just don't want to be there? Well, just erase it. So as a quick example, I took this photo leaving Florida recently, and there is a white sign right here that says emergency vehicles only. Let's say I want to get rid of that entire sign. What you want to do is click on the edit tool. Then you want to click on the three buttons over here, then select object eraser. Now what you want to do is just zoom in to what you want to remove, and then just simply outline it, and then click done or erase. And then just like that, it literally just disappears. And then you want to click on done, and now you have a photo without that ugly sign. So guys, I hope this video helped you out and I hope you learned something new. If you did, definitely click that like button as it helps the channel out a lot. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. If I missed any tips and tricks that you guys think is pretty important for others to know, hey, just leave them down below. And so others can see it, they'll click like, you'll gain traction, you'll be more famous. It's a win-win, right? So yeah, that's it. This was Mark for Mark's Tech. Adios.